Welcome to another edition of my Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty. This week we are taking on the University of Kentucky and facing former Georgia Bulldog Brock Vandagriff. He is, off to a really good start. Kentucky, it's a top 25 matchup here as we get to host the Wildcats. As for us, we are 5-0, four really impressive victories. The Charlotte one was a little less than stellar for sure. The most points we've given up, almost more points we've given up combined over the entire rest of the season. But have looked really good the past couple of weeks, coming off of a win over Ole Miss. That the Rebels aren't very good. It doesn't feel like. I mean, they're 0-5 in this season, and they did not play very well. They don't seem to be a very talented team. Let's take a look and see how Kentucky has gotten here. As again, they are 4-1, ranked 17th, but they are coming off of a loss. So they beat Toledo, beat Tennessee. And the reason why they have the forced win there to beat Tennessee is because that was after I played the Charlotte game and realized afterwards that my commentary did not save. So I jotted down who won all the top 25 matchups and forced a win for everybody there. But they beat Tennessee, beat Eastern Michigan, beat New Mexico, but then lost to South Carolina here 58-29. Vandagriff heading into this game was the number one guy on the Heisman, if I'm not mistaken. And even then, I mean, he threw 2 picks, but also threw for over 450 yards and 3 scores. Got a score on the ground as well. Wilcox had a solid day. Huge day for Dane Key, and Berrien Brown had a good one as well. But between the turnovers and a really nice day for Lenore Sellers, huge day for Nick Harbor. Wow, 4 carries, 141 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He's a freak. I hope he stays around, which 84 overall he should, but we should be playing South Carolina next season. Cannot wait to play against him with his super athleticism. But back to Kentucky, we'll take a look at the roster. Not a whole lot has changed really from last year for them, especially on the offensive side. As again, we see Brock Vandagriff, a redshirt senior, former Dog. Had a 22 touchdown season last year against 9 interceptions. He's already at 18 so far this year. Has taken a gigantic jump on his yards per attempt. And his completion percentage has still stayed the same through all that. Just really having a strong year. And he does provide value on the ground as well. But he is played out of his mind so far this season. 5 touchdown game against Tennessee. And a couple of clean weeks around that. Just threw a couple of picks against South Carolina in the game. His defense also did not help him out at all. Running back, they have Jamari and Wilcox and Jason Patterson. So not a good group of running backs really here. Dom Hooks, the true freshman, is their number 3. Definitely a weakness on the team. But a wide receiver, they have 3 studs. So they have Berrien Brown, very fast, very explosive, with good size. Dane Key, better size, not quite the just super speedster, but then you look at 99 agility, 99 change of direction, outstanding player as well. Jamori Macklin for them is the number 3. He is outstanding. He's a very good player. They have 3 impact wide receivers. So it's no wonder why Brock is having such a good season. Easton Messer and Fred Ferrier are their 4 and 5. Move over to tight end. They got a couple of good guys here in Jordan Dingle and Josh Caddis. Not uber athletes, but both very good players with good hands. The offensive line, though, is definitely not quite up to the Kentucky standards over the last half decade or so. They got Ben Christman here at left tackle, Paul Rodriguez at left guard, Kobe Keenum here at center, Jaeger Burton at right guard, and Remy Cooks at right tackle. So this is definitely an offensive line that I believe we can exploit. They're going to have to do a really good job of protecting Vandagriff, via screens and RPOs, getting the ball out quick. Moving over to the defense, Khalil Saunders at left end, backed up by Antoine Campbell and Brian Robinson. Right end, they have Tommy Zeismer and Kyle McConnell, along with Fanau Siamalo. True freshman. So, really good group of right ends they've gotten here in this past class, and a couple of them. Just a really good defensive end class in general. Defensive tackle, they have Keyshawn Silver and Kendrick Gilbert and Tavion Gatson. Of course, they do lose Deion Walker, their outstanding defensive lineman from this past year. Jared Smith here at left outside linebacker. Tyrese Fearby behind him. They have a really nice starting true freshman here in Sateki Toilolo, excuse me. Just a normal development guy, but a really solid base for him. He's a run stopper. Not a very good pass coverage guy, unfortunately. But it doesn't have a great front ahead of him. So having a guy like that that's a run stopper is probably a good thing for them. Caleb Redd is the pass coverage guy right behind him, and Antoine Smith there as well. I got Jevin Williams and Grant Godfrey at right outside linebacker, along with Javon Brown is out. What is he injured with? Pulled groin. So the defensive front seven is not great. I think that's definitely the weakness of this defense, because as we move over to cornerback, it's a really good group. Maxwell Hairston had a good game against us last year. Jonquise Hardaway, Jansen Dunn, Nazir Addison, and Avery Stewart. So these top four are all really good players with some good speed, really, really good size. I mean, the top, all of these guys, their entire cornerback room besides LaMichael Charleston here at the very bottom, are all at least 6 foot. And all of them are good athletes. So it might be a little difficult to throw the ball on them consistently. Move over to free safety, Jordan Lovett, Cam Dooley, and Ty Bryant here at free safety. And at strong safety, we have another, really good player, a captain for them, and Alex Afari Jr., Malik Verdon, and Taryn Nichols. Kicker, they got a pretty good redshirt freshman here in Kellen Lyles. It's more of an accuracy over kick power, as we can see. But Jess O'Hearn is their punter, very, very likely their kickoff specialist as well, with a 92 kick power. And they kind of mix and match who their returners are, but I know Barry and Brown is technically the punt returner for them. And actually, I have it in my notes. Let's see. So you have Patterson and Macklin are both operating as their kick returners. So, yeah, it's a big matchup, top 25. I mean, they were a team we beat. They went 7-5 last year. Played us real tight for 3.5 quarters. I think we're actually leading us like midway through the fourth quarter. And then we strung together like 3 touchdowns over the final 4 minutes between like a long score on offense, like a pick six or something, if I'm not mistaken. But we scored a lot late and pulled away, beat them like 33-16 or 18 or something like that. But they played us really tough. It's a game that, was definitely not quite as bad as the score indicated. But that one was, in Lexington. This one is in Athens. It's a game of the week. Y'all know what that means. Bringing out the black jerseys. What time is this game? Does it tell you on this front screen? Would really love to play a night game. It does not say there. Okay. But yeah, we're going to rock the black jerseys. I think that's kind of the tradition I'm going to do, is just the, if we have a game of the week at home, we're going to rock the black jerseys. But getting to start in the top 20 matchup here, see if Georgia can continue to take care of business. Your reigning national champions facing off a Kentucky game, and it is a night kickoff. Facing off a Kentucky team that is off to a really, really good start this year with a guy that's in the bubble, at least for being a Heisman candidate, and Brock Vandagriff, who, of course, continues the storyline against him as a former Dog. I really wish Georgia would wear the black jerseys more in real life. And I don't want to hear nothing about that Alabama game crap. Love the black jersey. Such a nice look, especially at nighttime here. Georgia's offense has been really good, been highly efficient. Stockton has thrown 2 interceptions on the season against 12 touchdown passes, I believe. See if we can keep that up. But as Kentucky, with their high-powered offense that is going to start off with the ball, Patterson's going to have to take that one for a touchback. Brock Vandagriff and this Kentucky offense will have to start at the 25. Barry Brown having an excellent senior season, well on his way to probably being a day 1 draft pick after this one. Him and Dane Key. As Stockton comes out in the first play of the game in a 4-wide set. And it's an RPO. Taken down there after a nice gain of 4. That is Jamarian Wilcox on the carry. 3-wide set here. It's another carry for Wilcox. That time took it a little too wide as Damon Wilson and a host of Georgia Bulldogs there come together on the tackle. It's a 3rd and 7. Vandagriff drops back to pass. He's going to get sacked. Damon Wilson Jr. retakes his lead as the sack leader on the season. Jumping back ahead of Jalen Walker. They have been battling it out with that position seemingly on a game-for-game basis. Let's take a look at the replay. Yep, Wilson just easily shed the block there from the tight end. That's a bad setup for Kentucky. That is set for failure. They're going to have to quickly punt this one away. O'Hearn booms it. Nitro Tuggle going to call the fair catch, and Georgia will come out on offense for the first time in this one. Gunnar Stockton's been outstanding. The passing game has really gotten in rhythm, but he has been really, really good the whole year. Been hard to complain much about him. As Georgia will come out in a 3-wide receiver set here out of the shotgun. We know how they like to start it. London Humphreys takes it. London Humphreys has got the speed to beat his man to the outside. Tries to cut it back inside. Gets a really nice gain there to start it off on offense. It's a good way to test the speed of the opposing defense on that first play. London Humphreys able to make the play there. 3-wide set. Stockton takes it. We're going to dump it off to Humphreys again. Able to get the block from ETM. He gets off of it. Makes a nice tackle there on Humphreys, but that is a first down. We've seen a bunch of, 5 or 6 Georgia Bulldogs taking carries. Normally 5, though, on a game-for-game basis. See how well that Georgia's able to mix and match them today, as it's the first carry for ETN of the day, and he's got a juke. ETN trying to get out of there. Takes it for a 19-yard carry. Georgia's offense just off to an outstanding start so far. Now a 3-wide set. Branson Robinson in the backfield. Anthony Evans comes in motion. It's a screen to Evans. Gets the block from Branson, not able to run around the defender, but again, another Georgia first down. They're essentially just operating at hyperspeed. Just over and over and over again here. Stockton, the 3-wide, takes the snap. We're trying to scramble up. Takes it for a gain of 2. Now a 3-wide set again here. Delp. Definitely have to be expecting a run. No, they seen ETN in motion. Tried to set up the tight end screen, but Delp takes it super wide before cutting it back. And Stockton throws his 3rd interception of the season. Giving Kentucky life when they should be down a touchdown. It's a nice counter play to Wilcox. Able to really make a nice run out of that, a gain of 6. Kelton Smith dealing with a little injury, but should be back. Nice tackle there by Miller. But the carry from Wilcox makes it a 3rd and 1. It's a carry to Wilcox. He gets stopped quickly by Raylan Wilson, but it is a 1st down. He's gotten the ball on 3 straight plays. Georgia's crowd trying to make it tough for Vandagriff. It's a quick RPO. Really nice play there. Jamori Macklin has excellent burst and athleticism. Able to easily take that one for a 1st down on the RPO. Wilcox, he's able to make Raylan Wilson miss, but he cannot make Jamal Jarrett miss. Tackle down at the line of scrimmage. It's a 2nd and 10. We now see Jason Patterson in the backfield, and Patterson gets the carry, gets good blocking, takes it for a gain of 4. See if Georgia can get off right here. It is a bunch 2 tight end set here on the 3rd and 6. They do drop back to pass. Tries to throw it wide, knocked away. Excellent play there by Julian Humphrey. Kentucky will have to punt. Georgia drove straight down the field, tried to get Stockton a passing touchdown with the tight end screen. But Delp took the screen a little wide, and it was just enough for a defensive player to jump it. It's a throw that Stockton should have never made with how the play ended up developing. This is a carry to ETN, gain of 6. Some substitutions here. Trying to get go ahead and get some of these other backs into games in certain formations. We see Roderick Robinson out here for the 1st time. 3 wide receiver set. It's a carry to Branson, who gets forced back inside. It's number 6, Jonquise Hardaway, coming in on the slot. Looked like he was going to have him wrapped up, but it is now a 3rd and 5. Stockton sends Dylan Bell in motion. Dylan Bell goes back out. It's a pass out to him. Dylan Bell gets the blocking he needs. Tries to spin around the safety, but does get tackled. But it is a 1st down conversion for Georgia. Stockton flips his group around here. Takes the snap. Stockton's going to get flushed. He's going to get sacked. Had Anthony Evans break open, but it's too late. Early sack there from Kentucky. Sets up a 2nd and 15. Stockton drops back to pass. Going to try to fit that into a window. London Humphreys able to break open there finally. Excellent blocking up front to allow that play to develop. That's the end of the 1st quarter with it being a 0-0 game. Georgia has played really well, but an interception in the red zone will sure keep the game close when the stats don't. Georgia on their 2nd drive of the game. Stockton comes out with ETN in the backfield. It's a 3 wide receiver set. Sends ETN in motion. We'll try to dump the pass out to ETN. Does not quite get the blocking on the outside needed. Now we'll set up a 2nd and 10. Stockton takes the snap. Big throw across the field to Dylan Bell, who makes the grab. It's another 1st down. Stockton did a really nice job of driving that ball in. Try to set up the screen, but it gets to him too quickly. Sets up now a 2nd and 10. Stockton takes the snap. We're going to try to scramble and takes another sack. 3rd and 11. Some longer development plays here being called for Georgia, and it's coming back to bite them here. Stockton takes the snap. We'll try to make a big throw out to Dylan Bell. It is completed, but it does not get the conversion. And Georgia looks like they're leaving their offense on the field. Going to be aggressive here. Would be just a 35-yard field goal. They are deciding to go for the first down. Stockton takes the snap. It goes to Roderick Robinson. Easily gets the first down. Excellent blocking there up front. And now come out in this bunch set again. Stockton takes the snap. Going to quickly dump that over to Oscar Delp. Delp outruns that guy. That's a touchdown for Georgia. That drag is the same way that Delp scored to win the 2024 National Championship game. And he takes the drag this time to put Georgia up 6-0 right now. Woodring's kick is up and it is good. Thorson boots it away. Patterson does have to take that one for a touchback as well. 7-0 lead here, a little over 8 minutes left in the second quarter. It's been 2 punts for 2 drives here for Kentucky. It's an RPO. Ellis Robinson makes the play, a gain of 3. Really quick pass out there for Kentucky on that one. Completion goes to Dingle, I believe. Wilcox on the carry, gets hung up just a little bit, but still gets through there and takes that for a first down. Vandagriff got a little swagger about him, much like what the play call is. It's going to be a read option, and I can see why he had a little swagger about him. He takes that for a gain of 6. Second and 4. 2 tight end set. Wilcox still in the backfield. It's a toss out, and that one did not work. Kristen Miller continues to be the biggest menace of any defensive lineman in college football. Vandagriff takes the snap here on the 3rd and long. Gets a nice throw out. Dane Key able to haul that one in front of Dalen Everett, who already has 6 interceptions on the season. 2 tight end bunch set here from under center. See if they drop back to pass. Send Dingle in motion. It's going to be a carry. Patterson about got out of there, but just a gain of 1. A really good drive so far for Kentucky. Bunch set again. It is a counter play. Jalen Walker destroys Wilcox on there. The defensive line got major penetration there on that left side. 3rd and 12. Sends his man in motion. They fake the RPO. Nice throw. Who was that went up and got it? Jamori Macklin. Really nice play. Good throw for Vandagriff as well. Very confident throw on the 3rd down. 2 tight end. It's a read option. Jordan Hall shuts down Vandagriff on that play. Three wide, all to the right side. This is going to be a draw, though. Shut down by Kristen Miller again. 10 carries for 11 yards right now for Wilcox. It's now a 3rd and 13. Tries to go up the seam. Aguero tried to make the pick, but Macklin takes it in for a touchdown. Aguero stays in his lane and maybe just tries to make a hit or just knock the ball away. Maybe they don't get the conversion, let alone the touchdown. Let's take a look at it again. It's a dangerous throw from Vandagriff. Aguero just got cut inside on by Macklin. Then he finishes with physicality at the end. Kentucky's going to tie the game should Lyles kick this one through. And he does, 7-7. Really, really nice response there from the Wildcats. As Nitro Tuggle back there to receive the kickoff. Should have probably taken it for a touchback. 2.5 minutes left. Or a little under 2.5 minutes left. Georgia comes out in the empty. Stockton takes it. Gonna dump that off to London Humphreys. London Humphreys, oh, tried to shake and bake there. That'll be the 2-minute warning. Georgia does get the first down, though. Stockton again in the empty, takes the snap, dumps that off to Nitro Tuggle, who does get tackled. Thought he might. If he could break that one, he would be off and running, but appeared to be there. Really nice play. Empty set here again. That's going to go to Humphreys, who makes the grab through contact. Stockton takes the snap. I'm going to try to dump that one to London Humphreys. He makes a really tough catch there for the first down. Minute and a half, all 3 timeouts. Stockton takes it. Going to dump this one off to Anthony Evans. Tries to spin away, but is tackled down. Georgia will call a timeout. Three wide set with Delp in the slot. 2nd and 5. Stockton takes the snap. Going to try to get out, but gets sacked. There's nowhere really for him to throw the football there. Stockton having a little trouble getting up, and it's a 3rd and 9. Stockton drops back. Going to try to dump it off to ETN. He gets the block. ETN's going to get the first down. He spins out 3 defenders. ETN. Touchdown. ETN set up 3 defenders, puts a spin move to get around all 3 of them at one time. In the 3rd and 9 screen call. Ends up going for a long touchdown. Let's take a look at the replay here again. ETN makes sure they get the block there. Look at this spin move. 3 guys, 6 broken ankles, and 6 points on the board. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. I really like that saying, actually. 6 broken ankles, 6 points on the board. I never thought of that one. 14-7 from Georgia. And Vandagriff lead this Wildcat offense for some points here before halftime. I believe Georgia starts with the ball to start the second half. Pretty sure. Oh, went the wrong way with Bowles there. It's a nice throw and completion. I just stay in that spot. I might be able to pick that off with Bowles. 3 wide set. Vandagriff drops back to take the snap. They've already used 1 timeout. A really nice throw out to Dane Key, who makes a nice grab. Georgia looking for a stop. It's 1st and 10. Vandagriff has to throw that one away before he gets hit. Both these quarterbacks playing extremely well. Vandagriff's made a couple of really nice passes. 4 wide set. He puts a deep throw that gets knocked out by KJ Bolden there. I believe that was a hit on Macklin. Really nice play there for KJ. Now a 3rd and 10. Vandagriff throws it away before he takes the sack. Kentucky's going to have to punt. See if Georgia decides to get aggressive on offense. That is not a good punt. Georgia's going to have the ball at their own 29. Kentucky very, very backed off defensively. It's going to be a carry to ETN. Georgia was going to try to run the clock out. She might as well come back out there and see what you can do. Stockton gets a throw out to Dylan Bell, gets knocked out of his hands. 20 seconds left and 2 timeouts though. Stockton takes the snap. Trying to get a look he likes, trying to get to Anthony Evans, who makes the catch and is going to score. How did Anthony Evans stay in bounds? What a throw. What a catch. Stockton gave his excellent wide receiver a chance to make a play, and make a play he did. I do not know how he stayed in there on that. Let's come out here and let's take a look. Jumps up and gets it. Harrison just never puts a hand on him. Got just enough space there. Makes the catch, able to make sure he stays in bounds, and he falls into the end zone. That is a huge play. Heading into halftime as Woodring's kick is up and it is good. What a strike there. Stockton wasn't even great separation when he throws that. That's not the typical Anthony Evans deep ball and touchdown there at all. A lot of the times they throw it and Evans is, 8-9 yards wide open by the time he catches it. That was just a really, really good play from Anthony Evans. Let's see. They just do decide to run it. And really, the play that got that drive started was the carry by ETN. I was more than happy to run out the clock there on the first half, but he got such a big, gain. Put me in a good spot to try to take a couple shots, and take a shot we did. Georgia goes into halftime up 21-7. Gunnar Stockton with 3 passing touchdowns here in the first half. Anthony Evans 3 catches for 70 yards and a score. And of course had a big one there right before halftime. I really am going to be sad when Evans goes. Thankfully we should get another year of him, but he is just that speed, the explosiveness. I mean, he can do a lot with the ball in his hands that nobody else in that wide receiver room can do right now. That was a really nice, really nice throw there. Aguero could have made a better play on that ball, but good throw. Macklin made his play for sure. Georgia's going to start off with the ball to start the second half, and it's Anthony Evans, who's got 3 return touchdowns in his career, 2 kickoff, 1 punt. He gets taken down at the 17 on that play. It's a draw set up to ETN and can't get away from his blocker. Loses a yard there. Trying to go through that hole there on the left side. Probably would have been some decent running lanes. ETN, though, is going to get the ball again. Gets a nice carry. Gets the first down. Wide set. Delp also in the slot. Dylan Bell comes in motion. Try to get the screen to him. Dylan Bell able to get it out. Takes it for nearly a first down. Georgia really likes to run that screen and get ETN out there for the blocks as well, along with Humphreys or Delp, depending on the side they use it to. This is a carry for ETN. Able to shake out the safety. Takes that for a first down. Jordan Lovett got put in the spin cycle on that one. So again, with this 3 wide set with Delp in the slot. London Humphreys sent in motion. Humphreys takes it. Doesn't quite get the block in there. Gets wrapped up on a nice play from Hardaway. As we now see Glenn Easy, the true freshman, come out there beside Stockton. Stockton takes, he's going to dump it off for a screen to Easy. Gets caught up by his blockers. Jumps over 2 Wildcat defenders and takes that play for a first down somehow. I got to stop getting cut off on my blockers. Roderick Robinson now out there in a 3 wide set. Delp Moore in line. It's a carry to Roderick, who takes it. Nice burst, runs over poor Lovett there. Roderick delivers a blow. Look at this again at the top. Yeah, he just straight ran over Lovett. As now Branson is out there. Just simply on the other side. It's a carry to him. Doesn't get a whole lot of running room, but still finds a way to fall down there for a gain of 3. ETN now out there. Takes the snap. He's going to get that ball out to Delp. Delp not able to break the tackle. Sets up a 3rd and 5. Nice play by Hardaway again. Had a pretty good series. This is a bad setup for Kentucky, I think. Evans gets sent in motion. He's going to go back out. Going to get him the ball. Evans able to use his speed. Jukes out that defender. Takes it inside the 15, almost to the 10. Tackled down at the 11. He is now at 517 yards receiving. And apparently, he is John Cena in the bottom left corner. Only thing you could see was the jersey. Stockton's been super efficient in this game. It is a carry to ETN. ETN takes that for a gain of 3 before he is wrapped up by Brian Robinson. I'm not sure what I want to do here, actually. Stockton with ETN. Drop back, try to set up another screen. He gets it to ETN, but a really nice play. I believe that was by Hardaway again on the tackle. It was Hardaway having an excellent series, just not getting a whole lot of help from everybody else. This is now a 3 wide set. Stockton sends ETN in motion. Takes the snap and try to fit that into Humphreys, and Humphreys takes it for a touchdown. Excellent throw from Stockton, and Georgia increases their lead again. Let's take a look at the replay whenever they decide to show it. Just a deep in with a drag coming underneath him. Humphrey was able to beat his man Hardaway, who's had such a good series of really nice adjustments. That was not the best pass in the world. It was catchable, certainly, because it was caught, but not the best pass from Stockton. But Humphreys makes the grab, and Georgia extends their lead, putting it to this Kentucky Wildcat team. Brock Vandagriff and the Wildcats have only really put up one good drive. Georgia's defense, as long as they're not playing Charlotte, has been outstanding this year, as weird as that is to say. A big problem is they have not really been able to run the ball, and as I say that, a decent carry gain of 5 there for Wilcox. It's a screen pass. Able to get it away and get it to Wilcox, who does get the first down before he gets run out of bounds by 3 Georgia players. It's now a 3 wide receiver bunch set here from under center. Dingle set in motion. It's a run to Wilcox, wrapped up by Bowles and Wilson, but does fall forward for 5. Vandagriff with these speedy wide receivers. They've got to find a big play here soon. Really nice run again from Wilcox, starting to have some success on the ground. Is it too late in the game, though? It's a play action. Vandagriff dumps it off to Jamori Macklin for a gain of 5. It's now a 2 tight end bunch set here again here on the 2nd and 5. It's going to be a play action. And Griff able to make a hell of a throw to Dane Key. Georgia thought they had read it perfectly, but got that just over the linebacker for the completion. C.J. Allen not quite tall enough to stop that pass. The 2 tight end bunch set again. This one is a run to Patterson. Wilson takes a bad angle. Patterson takes it for a gain of 6. Macklin in the slot here. 4 wide set. Into the 3rd quarter, Kentucky threatening to tighten up the game a bit here. It is a 28-7 lead for Georgia. Really interesting top 5 ranking here is Georgia, Alabama, Oregon all makes sense, but Arizona and North Carolina State at 4 and 5 is a little shocking. Arizona, I believe, was 7 and 5 last year. North Carolina State had a good year. 2nd and 4. They try to set up the screen. They do get it out. Bowles not quite able to make a play, but get some help from Dalen Everett. It's a 3rd and 3 now. Unless this is somehow like a huge sack or something, this is 4-down territory. He drops back for the pass. Want to throw it in the back of the end zone. Knocked away, K.J. Bolden. Bolden's having a good game. Fourth and 3. It's going to be a carry, and Jordan Hall shuts it down. Now I think you can expect Georgia to continue to run the ball. They did a lot on their last drive. Tavares Tobias, the 5-star freshman, is out, and he is actually out. Tobias, does he have the speed? He does. The true freshman, 85 yards for the score. Well, I know who's going to be my thumbnail player today. Tobias on his first play from scrimmage in this one. Look at the cuts. Whew. He's going to be special, guys. I'm telling you. He is something. Yeah, we are definitely going to use him as the thumbnail. Let's do like right there. One carry, 85 yards. And a touchdown for Tobias. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good, and Georgia extends their lead. Woodring's kick is away. Patterson's going to have to take that one for a touchback, and he does. I still don't understand how Charlotte scored 28 points against us. This defense has been outstanding outside of that one game. That's a hellacious pass to Macklin. Vandagriff has made some throws in this one. The lack of a run game is what has really hurt Kentucky in this game. Because Vandagriff has looked the part. He's averaging like 10 yards an attempt, maybe exactly 10. I think he's thrown 17 passes, 170 yards through the air. But they have not run the ball well, like essentially at all. That is another excellent pass, and it is a catch for Barry and Brown. I believe that is his first of the day. Takes a shot on that play too. Dropping back to pass, gets it out. Knocked away that time though. Harris on the coverage of Dane Key. It's a pass down the field, picked off, 7th interception of the year for Dalen Everett. First mistake really of the game from Vandagriff. Tried to let his guy make a play, but it does not work out. As Georgia gets a turnover, they're already up big. Let's take a look at the replay here again. I've been fast forwarding so much. Okay, they don't have like the shoulder pad animation for the turnovers. It took me a minute to realize that in my Tulane Dynasty that they did like the margarita beads. Stockton. It's a carry to ETN. ETN takes it for a first down. It's now Roderick Robinson out here in a 2 tight end set. It's a carry to Roderick. I've ruined that play by running into the back of the blocker because he just mauled that guy from Kentucky.
Ready, fight. Here we go.
3 wide set, ETN in the backfield. Stockton and then Georgia offense trying to run out some of the clock and gets tackled down in the backfield, makes it a 3rd and 10. Hardaway's had largely a really, really good game. Essentially been the best player on Kentucky's defense, I feel. Stockton takes the snap. Want to dump that to Anthony Evans. Can Evans make a play? He does. He is over the century mark with another first down there. Roderick back out there. He gets the carry, shows the burst. Roderick Robinson gets it to the outside, turns it back in. It's a first down gain. Tobias now back out there as Georgia goes under center. It's a carry to Tobias, just turns it up the field, a gain of 4. Georgia sticks with the 2 tight end set under center with Tobias again. Tobias, golly, the burst that he has. Takes that for an easy first down run. He's going to end up with his first 100-yard rushing day. Stockton under center. It's another carry for Tobias, and Tobias is over the century mark with a gain of 8 there. 4 carries, 106 yards. He's going to be a machine. Stockton. It's a handoff to Branson. Branson takes that for a first down. Stockton takes the snap, hands it off to Roderick Robinson, gets decent blocking there, takes it for a gain of 4. It is now Branson out there with Stockton on this play. And it is Branson that gets the ball. Takes that for a gain of 3. This is now a wore-down Kentucky defensive front. Not putting up near as much of a fight. Roderick Robinson able to make a move. He does get met there. Does get stopped. Georgia is just going to kick the field goal here. We will go into the 2-minute warning. No reason to go for the 4th down here, though. Feel like that would be a little petty. Woodring's kick is up, and it is good. Trying to get better with the field goals. As Georgia extends their lead in this one. Now 38-7. As Patterson takes that one out, and he is tackled down at the 15. Vandagriff threw an interception on his last drive, really messed up what has been a really solid day for him despite what the scoreboard says. Nice pass out to Macklin for a 1st down there. 14 for 21, 197 yards. He's been plenty accurate. Oh, they're going to review it. Okay. Thought he pretty clearly called that. And it looks like he did. Unless they're like reviewing the spot. Still a 1st down, Kentucky. Vandagriff out here now again. 3 wide set. Gonna dump this one off underneath the Macklin for a gain of 6. Really kind of surprising the lack of like deep shots with the speed and stuff that they have. As Vandagriff is going to get sacked by 3 Georgia defenders there. Jordan Hall, Damon Wilson, and Kristen Miller all getting a lick on the quarterback. I mean, not getting the ball to Barian Brown, but I believe for 1 catch, at least at this point, is definitely a bad look as Dingle just gets rocked on that play. Kentucky is going to punt it. Georgia will take a couple of snaps, and they will come away with a 38-7 win here. Wish the kneel downs didn't count against your guys' rushing stats. That's the only reason why I don't like to do it as selfish as it is. Not that Stockton's going to be like a 1,000-yard rush or anything. But Jesus Christ, Roderick Robinson. Holy hell. Nope, not that, the replay. This is ridiculous right here. Good Lord. Whew. Did that make that stick? Be just one more snap for Georgia. It looks like it's going to be a carry for Roger. And it is a carry for Roger, who takes that for a 1st down plus more. And Georgia is going to come away with a 38-7 victory here at home in a top 25 matchup. As the clock has hit triple zeros. Yeah, Georgia played a really, outside of the interception in the 1st quarter, that was, again, another really super clean game. We ran the ball really well. Seemed like everything that I threw at them passing game-wise worked. Kentucky ran the ball probably more than they should have in the 1st half, put Brock into really bad spots. Thought Brock, for the most part, played really well. The offensive line just did not hold up against us. I didn't think they would, and that played out. I think that was really the biggest difference in the game. We got a lot of pressure on Vandagriff, and we pretty well just completely shut down their running game. They were in a lot of 3rd and longs. They still went 4 of 9 on 3rd downs, but they did essentially nothing to us offensively. That's a huge day on the ground, 227 yards for us, 323 through the air. They just didn't have many answers for us. They couldn't get pressure really that often on Stockton, and just didn't make enough plays at all. Stockton 24 of 27, 323 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. I believe that's the most yards he's thrown for this year. Moving over to the run game, Roger Robinson leads the team in carries, or is it tied for the lead? 9 for 47, ETN 9 for 73, Tobias 4 for 106, and an 85-yard touchdown. Branson just 3 for 9. Not a great day for him, but Really good day for ETN. Obviously, a great one carry and a couple other really nice runs there for Tobias. Roderick looked good, though. Receiving game, Humphrey leads the way with receptions, 8 for 93 and a score. Evans, 5 for 102 and a really big touchdown before the half. I think that was the big separator. Gave us that momentum heading into the half, and then I think we scored a touchdown on our first drive of the second half. And by then the game's, we're up 28-7 at that point in time. Bell 4 for 53, ETN 3 for 41 with a receiving touchdown. Delp 2 for 17, did find the end zone easy, 1 catch for 12 yards. Nitro Togo 1 for 5. Blocking just 1, or actually 3 sacks allowed. 2 for Uini, the worst performance from the freshman so far. He's been really good otherwise. Wilson gave up a sack as well. Kind of ran into those a bit with longer developing plays, but nonetheless. Leading tackler of the day was Damon Wilson, 8 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, a sack and a half. Bolden was 7 tackles. Bolden had a really nice day. I really felt like, I think he had, 2 pass deflections. Really, really good day for him. Everett, 6 tackles, a tackle for loss, and his 7th interception, I believe. Ellis Robinson, 6 tackles. Christian Miller, a 5 tackle, 3 tackle for loss, half sack performance. Jalen Walker, 2 tackles for loss. Jordan Hall, 3 tackles for loss and a half sack. Those are our guys with 3. Walker, Everett had the other one. And a sack and a half sack, and a half sack here for Wilson, Hall, and Miller. Everett with the only interception. Did make my only field goal with Woodring. Long at 25, not putting a lot of pressure on him. For myself, more importantly. Vandagriff 15 to 23, 203, a score, an interception. I think he was better than the stat line shows. He thought he made a couple of really, really nice throws in tight spots. So came away more impressed with what the stat line shows for him. Kind of the opposite of the Arch Manning game, right? Wilcox, you see, they couldn't run the ball. 16 carries for 29 yards, just 1.8 yards per average. Patterson 3 for 11. So they couldn't run the ball, and that put them in a lot of bad, second and long situations. It's hard to sustain drives like that. Macklin, a really nice day, 7 receptions, 104, and the touchdown. Danke 4 for 71. Wilcox 2 for 8. Held Barry and Brown, guy that's going to go in the first round, I'm sure, to 1 catch for 17 yards. Dingle 1 for 3. Defensively for them, you had Hardaway, outstanding game from him. He was really, really good. 13 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. Lovett, 12 tackles. Godfrey, 8 tackles, 2 tackles for loss and a half sack. Hairston, 7 and 1. Silver here, a 7 tackled, 4 tackle for loss, 2 sack games. He was really good as well. And we come down here, Gatson also had 2 tackles for loss. So Silver had 4, Hardaway had 3, Gatson and Godfrey had 2, and then Fearby and Hairston each had a tackle for loss. The sacks go to Silver with 2, and then Gatson and Fearby combined for a half. And it was Javon Williams that got the interception for them. But yeah, I think this score right here was definitely, I think, the big difference. Then we scored in the third quarter and really separated ourselves. But the touchdown pass with 12 seconds left was a really big separator in this game. Gave us the momentum heading into the locker room. We were able to take advantage of it. Know we had some recruits come in, so hopefully looking forward to a couple of commits. I don't have anybody. I'm not going to add anybody else to the board than what we already have. I did add like a player or 2 at positions where we'd lost a couple other people to commitments, but that's why I don't have the check there. I've just been kind of letting it ride. We don't need that many recruits in this class. See if we get some commits here. We get Reed McGinnis, the #1 running back in the country. I'll take a look at him. He's going to be a fun player as well. The only commitment we did lose this guard that I really liked. I hate that it jumps to that screen. Like, I'd rather you show me the My School update first and then the recruiting update. So that one hurts. Right in, I was throwing a lot of points at. We just got beat out for him. And Crewalt here Oh, it was a guard that I really wanted, but I already added somebody in there to hopefully make up because I knew that was going to be a tight race. You can see at the bottom right, we made a big push for him, but he commits to Ohio State. Still looking like it's going to be an excellent recruiting class. Take a look at McGinnis. First of all, we'll just take a look at the recruiting class as a whole. Ranked third with 10 commits. I've gotten 5 stars and 5 4-stars. With a couple extra ones I'm sure we're going to bring in. But yeah, Reed McGinnis, a 6'3", 231-pound power back from Ohio. We beat out Penn State, who was making a really late push, and we knocked out Kentucky, that was third. But obviously huge. I mean, he's bigger than Tobias is. He's built more like Roderick Robinson. Got good carry. I mean, already has the gold downhill with the balance and head first are both really good abilities as well. He's got 94 speed, 88 trucking, 88 brake tackle, 90 acceleration is pretty good, 87 strength. I mean, he's going to fall forward consistently. Definitely a north-south guy with that 85 agility, but I think it's definitely a guy that's going to be a really nice compliment to Tobias. I'm still kind of thinking when that time comes, Tobias will probably be the lead head guy. But McGinnis will definitely looks like he'll be the number 2. I mean, a 5-star gem. He is going to be insane as well. We'll take a look at the top 25 scores over the week. So we had LSU take down South Carolina, who was really highly ranked. Nice win for the Tigers there at home. Texas Tech over Houston. Boston College over Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech at 2-3 on the season. We'll be seeing them in our last game of the regular season. Cal with a 2-touchdown win over Virginia. Texas wins another Red River, or actually Oklahoma beat them last year. So Texas gets a big Red River rivalry win here as Oklahoma is now at 2-3 on the season. Arizona falls here to Kansas at home 30-25. Oklahoma State with an upset on the road 27-23 over UCF. A&M with a nice win here against a currently winless Arkansas team. Pitt goes on the road to Stanford and get a win over the Cardinal. NC State, big win there. They're impressing for sure. 10-point win at Miami. Nebraska keeps their good season rolling, 27-17 over Maryland. And Tennessee loses at home to Syracuse. Syracuse having a nice season now as well, up to 6-2 and ranked 14th. Tennessee, again, not playing well. Second straight year in the Nico era. Looks like they're going to struggle. I think they went 5-7 last year, didn't make a bowl game, and they are going to struggle to make it again this year. Notre Dame with a 1-point win against a bad Boise State team. Clemson, big win over SMU. Oregon, 48-38 over Wisconsin. Nice win for the Ducks. Alabama takes care of Vanderbilt, still number 2 and undefeated in the country. They haven't played us yet. Ohio State over Illinois. Don't know what the trophy there is, but it's a nice little turtle. Shout out to Franklin. USC with a really, really nice win at home over Michigan. And USC is 7-1, and they are not ranked. That's very interesting. Okay. Baylor over Utah by 3 points in an upset victory there. And then, of course, we beat Kentucky 38-7. We will take a look at the Heisman. ETN has been up there for most of the year. ETN is second, and Jalen Walker has made his way onto the list again after a pretty solid performance there against Kentucky. So ETN continues to rise. This redshirt freshman, though, for a USC team has got the leading Heisman guy here in Xavier Jordan, and they are still not ranked. A little very, very confused about that. Let's actually take a look at, just out of curiosity, we'll take a look at our stats afterwards, but I don't want to see what this wide receiver's doing. A redshirt freshman having that big of a year. Miller Moss, I believe, is still the quarterback for them. Let's take a look. So Miller Moss has been really good. 25 touchdowns against 6 picks. Been pretty accurate. 9.1 yards per attempt. He's having a very good year. Let's see what he did last year. 22 interceptions last year. Almost for sure led the country. Wow. He's improved a lot this year. Rushing, Quentin Joyner. So Xavier Jordan has gotten 163 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns on the ground. And has gotten 665 yards on 39 catches and 9 scores through the air. Deuce Robinson's hurt. Zachariah Branch, heck of a player in real life. But yeah, so Ted McMillan from Arizona won the Heisman in year 1 with a sub 1,000 yard receiving season. But did have like 13 receiving touchdowns, but he also had like 300 or 400 yards on the ground with 4 or 5 touchdowns. It looks like that's kind of what USC is doing here with Jordan, using him in a variety of ways. So that's interesting just to kind of keep up with that trend of kind of who wins the Heisman and what they do for it to get it. Let's take a look at our stats. Stockton having a really efficient year. I've thrown picks with him in each of the last 2 games. I'm trying to clean that up because he has been really, really good. I mean, I'm very proud right now of what my touchdown to interception ratio is. It's been accurate. The passing yards are definitely going up. That's now 3 straight games where he's gotten over 300 yards passing. After kind of a slow start, just thanks to a couple of blowout wins there. But you see the touchdown and stuff have been very, very consistent. He was really good in that game. ETN, 487 yards and 6 scores. Tobias, still our leading rusher, and a 100-yard game there against Kentucky certainly is going to help. He's been really good. Roderick Robinson has been consistent. That was definitely Branson's worst game. Stockton does have a rushing touchdown. Branson has still not found the end zone this year. Roderick's found it 4. So, yeah. Got a bunch of good running backs I feel comfortable in. Like, you know, if you swap Branson in for ETN, I'm sure he's maybe not doing quite as well. ETN really, which is kind of crazy because I'm recruiting these guys like Tobias. But ETN with the spin moves and jukes and stuff are kind of the more natural way that I run the football. But I think I can adjust to these bigger power back mode guys. You see, Tobias is only 5'10", so and McGinnis is 5 inches taller than him. Receiving, Anthony Evans, of course, is leading the way. 529 yards, 6 touchdowns through the air. Definitely fitting in perfectly as, you know, listed at the number 2. But I do that so he can avoid, like, the press and stuff. His release is not great. Just allows me to utilize his speed in different ways. It's been really good. I mean, largely been very consistent. I mean, I'm definitely getting him touches consistently for sure. But yeah, utilizing him there kind of as that number 2 spot. His release is an 89, so I probably actually could. He could play the 1, but I like him there at that 2 spot. That 99 elusiveness is insane. Really, really quick too. Behind him, London Humphreys filling the Dominique Lovett role. Has not been as peppered with targets as Lovett did, who got well over 100 catches last year, but he's been really good, really consistent. Delp is definitely getting better as the season is going along here. Bell's been solid when I've thrown it to him. ETN out of the backfield. Tuggle's a guy I think is going to fit in nicely with this scheme starting next year whenever he gets more snaps. He might end up being, I don't know, we'll see. Well, no reason to think too far ahead. We still got a lot of games to play here this year. Offensive line, we've now got 3 guys that have given up 2 sacks. Uini was actually clean on that heading into that week. Wilson and Bowles still leading in tackles. Always nice to see your linebackers doing that. Jalen Walker just having an outstanding season again. Hall, Miller. Bolden's been good. Got an interception. Everett here. We'll take a look at our tackles for loss. Just sort of that way you guys can take a look at it. Jordan Hall's been really good. Jamal Jarrett's been really good. The problem with Jarrett is I don't use him for, you know, like he's not earning the nickel sets. It's kind of his only issue. He'd have more stats if I played him more often, but not a pass rusher, so don't have him out there in the nickel sets. Walker and Wilson are now tied with 6 sacks apiece. Kristen Miller third with 5. Dalen Everett was 7 interceptions after having 5 last year. He is insanity. He's got an interception all but one game, and that one being against Texas. He's gotten at least one in every game so far this year. I think he had a pick 6 against UCLA. Is that right? He did not. Just had 2 big returns. Okay. So, yeah. Next time I see you guys for this series, we will be taking a road trip to Jordan-Hare Stadium to take on the Auburn Tigers, who are at 3-2 on the season. I'll take a look, see if there's any just recruiting, maintenance, and stuff to do. But as usual, if you are enjoying the content, like and subscribe. Leave me feedback in the comments section down below. Check out my Tulane Dynasty I also have going on the channel. That's been a fun time. Definitely not that it's been a super struggle, but has been more of a struggle than this series has been so far, obviously, with it being not nearly as talented a team. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will check you guys out next time. Thank you so much. Peace.